Welcome, everyone! Thank you so much for coming. I'm bringing a message from the Somali community. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for standing in solidarity with us, with all refugees, and with all immigrants here in Georgia. Welcome to Georgia to all refugees.
All right, why are we all here, you guys? Why are we all here? Say it with me, why are we here? Once again, why are we here? You are correct, we are here to unite and be solidarity. So with that being said, a lot of these Syrian refugees, Iraqi refugees, Afghani refugees, Somali refugees, you name it, any type of refugee that's coming into the United States, they are fleeing their homeland. Nobody wants to leave their homeland, so we're coming in here to unite with everybody. So once again, you guys say it with me, why are we here? All right.
Welcome, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all sound like my congregation. I can't hear you. How you doing? Well, welcome. It's our pleasure to be a part of this community and to help build a better community. And we understand, and we need to share the fact that we're better when we're all coming together. Amen? Yes. So I welcome all of my friends here. I welcome my friends from the Somali community, my Muslim brothers and sisters, my Buddhist brothers and sisters, my Hindu, my atheist, my socialist friends. How many socialists we got out there? How can we come together? How can we come together and make this a sustained effort to teach people that there's nothing to be afraid of, that we can welcome people into our community, that our communities become stronger and we build a better community. And that's what we're about here. And if you're interested in that, you want to be in partnership, talk to me, get my phone number. I'll meet with you. I'll take you out to lunch even. And let's talk about the ways we can work together to build a better community, okay? All right, solidarity.
Hey, you guys, why are we here? Say it with me, I can't hear you. All right, I would like to introduce Diane from...
Thank you for all being here. Your presence means so much to the refugee and immigrant communities that are facing the brunt of a hateful and demagogic onslaught of political speech and governmental policy. The Georgia Peace and Justice Coalition formed following the launch of war on Afghanistan after 9/11 and in advance of the U.S. intervention in Iraq. These wars, plus the military interventions in Pakistan, Somalia, Yemen, Libya, Syria, and elsewhere, have rained death and destruction on millions of people, resulting in a humanitarian crisis of epic proportion. The world over, refugees and immigrants are seeking safety, peace, and the opportunity to raise their families and to contribute to society. The Georgia Peace and Justice Coalition initiated this rally to say, "Welcome to Georgia." But it could not have happened so successfully without the major role played by the pastor of this church, George Tetro, and members and leaders of the refugee and immigrant community. We thank you. The aim of this rally is to say the politicians do not speak for us. We are here to say and to denounce their racist, xenophobic, anti-refugee, anti-immigrant, Islamophobic, pro-war, fear-mongering. We gather here in solidarity, all of us together. To the refugees and immigrants here, we say to you, look around at your allies who come from faith traditions, moral perspectives, and class solidarity. Gathered here are some of those struggling for higher wages and better working conditions, decent and affordable housing, an end to police profiling and brutality, mass incarceration, detention and deportation, quality education for all, and many other social justice issues. To those who are citizens, we ask you to to embrace the rights of refugees and immigrants in your work and take action to counter and vanquish this poison of divisive politics so much present today. Thank you again for being here, and we ask that you sign up if you wish to on the GPJC email list that Bob in the back, he's got a tie-dye t-shirt on, so that we can keep in touch about future activities. Again, thank you. This is a wonderful show of support. Each one of you has really, truly made a difference. Many of the immigrants and refugees that are under attack live just very close to here. And we want to make sure that they are aware that we have their backs. Not only do we have their backs, we're in front. We're in front in fighting this racist onslaught. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Diane. Powerful.
I just wanted to start off by saying that I'm really, really touched and amazed by this gathering. This is one of the most beautiful things that I've seen in a very long time. I just wanted to say I appreciate all of you being here for this cause. It's a really, really important cause to stand up for, and thank you for coming in support of this. So I'm going to share just two poems. Basically, the two poems are proposals of possible solutions to how we can address some of the negativity that we see every day. And so the first poem that I'm going to share, it's pretty much relating to us not stopping with talking about the problem, but us stepping up and doing something about it. Us actually taking the steps, going to the streets, educating the people, starting institutions and starting programs that will make a change in the lives of the people of this country. Because I'm tired of just talking. I'm tired of not getting up and walking. It's time that we see programs starting, institutions, ideologies, and movements sparking. It's time to spread light to what evil has darkened. It's time for the youth to step up and leave their marking. Because so often I see that it gets so dark when all that we care about is ourselves, and how many awards we have on our shelves, or what brand name is on the side of our size 12s, when establishing unity or feeding the hungry are issues into which nobody dwells. Somewhere down the line we must have forgotten our duty to serve humanity. The reason why this is not our main focus to me is insanity. Maybe we've just gotten too caught up in vanity, but I think we've just become scared because of the unwanted threat of a trial or calamity. Yes, our first duty is to save ourselves and our family, but we do this by creating a conducive community environment. We do this by creating a conducive community environment, not just worrying about your pension for retirement. Man, I'm tired of it. Let's establish something on this scene. Let's keep our children clean. Let's prevent them from getting caught up in the streets or getting pregnant by the time they're 18, because the only values we're teaching them is how to make more green instead of teaching them to have the dignity and the honor of a king or a queen. It's like we expect them to be righteous, but then just leave them alone in the world and wonder why they're stuck in between. And I really hope that you can understand what I mean, because like I said, I'm getting sick and tired. Because I'm seeing too many of us compromise our faith because from some job we're scared of getting fired. Forgetting that it was only by your Lord that you were even hired. So the question is, whether it's this world or the next that's really desired, whether it's the prophets and messengers or some entertainer who's really admired. You must know that this life is about much more than earning some big salary. It's about creating change in this society. It's about righteousness and piety. It's about remembering your Lord aloud and quietly and obeying Him, whether it's public or privately.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I want to thank the people here. I just met them 2 minutes ago, and they're like the nicest people ever. And I want to thank every single one of you. I didn't organize this, but it means a lot to me as a Syrian and as a Muslim to see all the spirit and the welcoming signs. It means a lot to me. And I want to say that I've heard a lot of governors that don't want to welcome Syrian refugees anymore, but I know the American people. I know it's not the opinion of the American people, because I know that American people have suffered from racism for long years. They fought racism for long, long years. And I know that you guys hate racism. And I want to say that those people that the governors are talking about are women and children and students. The students who want to continue their education like me, children who want to go to school, women who want to be safe with their children. We can't fight racism like that. We have to fight racism. We can't do that to women and children and students who just want to live their lives. So I just want to say that what Syrians are going through is very, very bad. It's horrible. Stories have been told, and whatever is going on there is horrible. So I just want to say that we should welcome these people because they suffered from ISIS and they suffered from the Assad regime more than anyone did. They fought as ISIS. They hate ISIS. So that's why they're welcome here. Their place is here. So that's just what I wanted to say, and I want to thank the American people a lot. I know they're very, very nice people, and I know their opinion is not the opinion of the governors. So thank you so much, and thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you, Noor. Guys, let's give her a round of applause once again. Noor! Welcome all refugees! Welcome all refugees! Next, we have Brother Ibrahim. Woo! Brother Ibrahim! I just found a quick fact about him. He's one of the lost Sudan boys. Welcome, Brother Ibrahim!
Thank you very much for having me. I'm so glad to be here. My name is Father Abraham. I'm one of the lost boys of South Sudan. I've been here in the United States. I'm going to 15 years now. I work for Georgia Tech, and then I went to American school. I'm a citizen of this country, and then we want to contribute to our nation so that we feel safe. And what I'm going to say is just our time is our legacy. And we are here to make a difference in our life, in our community, in our churches, in our mosques, in different places of where we reside. So my dear friends, I'm so happy to be here. Let us not lean on our own understanding, because sometimes we believe our perceptions, and our perceptions sometimes they are not correct. Because you have to understand one another, our differences, so we come up as human beings. So we have a very strong community here in Clarkson community. So we have interfaith group. Interfaith group is a mission that we have to understand each other's beliefs, and we get along pretty well. So don't let your perception deceive you that you treat one another wrongly. So I'm so happy to be with you, and for your gathering, I do appreciate you. Thank you very much for having me on this stage. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Hi, I'm George Cheating. I'm a city councilman for the city of Pine Lake, which is about a mile that way. I can't fix your speeding ticket. I'm also the child of an African running from war. My father left Nigeria in 1970 after the Biafran Civil War. My family knows what it means to be looking to America for safety and hope. And I fear what's happening to my country right now because of the way people are talking about immigrants and immigration and refugees as though they are something to fear, as opposed to people who are running from things that they truly should be afraid of. And I live in a state where our politicians are taking advantage of this fear for votes and to get elected, and they're doing it with impunity. 4 years ago, a law called HB 87 passed, which some of you know it, which essentially demonized and isolated largely Latino immigrants here in Georgia. And then the legislature barred undocumented immigrants from attending its largest schools. And then right around this time last year, I don't know if you all remember, but we were all scared to death of Ebola. And if you were a West African in Georgia, you had to worry about how your friends and your neighbors and your schoolmates were going to treat you because you might have some terrible disease. And we all know that it was nonsense. A year later, we can look back with a clear mind and say, this was nonsense. But here we stand today, and the Syrian refugee crisis in front of us has us crazy again, and we are overreacting again. And we are doing this because 4 years ago, Latinos got picked on and picked apart, and then West Africans, and then here even in DeKalb, we had problems with the school system dealing with immigrant testing. Individually, we are being picked off by a political structure that makes it easy because we're not organizing. I'm standing here today speaking not just to you all, but to anybody who's listening here in Georgia. If you're one of the 10% of Georgians who were born outside of the United States, or are a son or a daughter of an immigrant, as I am, register to vote. Register to vote and vote your interests. Find the people who are doing this to us and punish them for the fear they are creating in our society. Because unless you do, we are going to be ruled by fear forever. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Mahmoud from Somalia. I came here as a refugee, and I am happy to have you all here supporting the refugees and welcoming to United States. By profession, I was a retired medical doctor, pediatrician, and now I'm doing dialysis. But in the future, I want to contribute my knowledge and my skill to the community. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
To speak from my heart real quick. I'm Syrian American. My parents are both Syrian. I was born in America, but as Mr. George said, growing up, post 9/11 was a struggle. Honestly, it was definitely an emotional struggle, and me and a lot of Arab Muslims that grew up like me had to deal with a lot of the issues that came with that. And now, coming around with all the hate mongering and all the fear going on in the media, honestly, it's brought up a lot of stuff for not just me, but for the refugees that are coming in now. And I can only say that I hope that they have in other states that are declaring basically this tension against the refugees coming in. I hope that they have a community like the refugees here have here, that are standing up for them as they deserve to be stood up for. But going to quick talk quickly about what I do. I have been working with the Syrian refugees in Amman, Jordan for the past 2 summers pretty extensively, and I want to share with you the biggest thing I've heard from all of them is I just want to start over. I just want a new beginning. I just want to get my feet on some type of ground and push up. I'm just trying to find that new beginning. And nothing I have ever heard from any of the refugees in Amman, Jordan that are coming here now, not one sound has been of reluctance or anger towards Americans or the American way. It's been of hope, of a want for a new beginning. It's been of wanting to support and contribute to their community for once after years of having to sit around in these camps and suffering. They want to contribute. They want to put food on the table for their family. And I was just at a workforce panel in Atlanta, and there are thousands of positions in Georgia that need to get filled right now. Thousands of positions that we could fill with the refugees, and we've been helping refugee population in Clarkston for decades. 4 decades. Why would we step away from the programs that have been such a wide success when we should be moving forward with them? That's what we should be talking about now, instead of making this a political thing and making this about religion or whatever you want to whatever the fear mongers want to look at it as. This is an opportunity for everyone, and I'm so happy as an American, as a Syrian American, as a human being, to see all of the people here as well that support and believe in that same idea. Thank you.
Thank you, Alana.